All right, we're here in Molten Core, and we're solo, and this is my plan to make a crap load of gold before Phase 8 of Season of Discovery comes out. I'm on my rogue here, and I have 300 skinning, and I have a skinning knife to give me plus 10 skinning, and what we're doing is we're just rolling through here in Molten Core, killing the Ancient Core Hounds and skinning them. They give 1 to 3 core leather per kill. And the core leather on my server is currently going for 25 gold each. So that's average 50 gold per mob kill. We do need a lot of buffs and pretty good gear to make this happen. I've got a full set of world buffs, numerous consumables, and the gear is 4-piece Death Dealer, you know, a little Master Dragon Slayer necklace from Blackwing Lair, 3-piece Veiled Shadows. We got Black Belt on the shoulder. And then I have 4 pieces of the Tier 3 tanking set. Little Clobber Club, Dagger of Veiled Shadows, a Lodestone, Heroism card, stuff like that. So the gear is pretty strong to enable us to do this. I think you could probably do it with a little bit worse gear than this. But, you know, this is what we've got. This is what we're working with. And I mean, this Core Hound used Withering Heat, maximum health reduced by 35%. They have random abilities. Sometimes they can stun me, sometimes they can disorient me. So I imagine it would look a lot harder if we fought one that had the stun or disorient abilities. But there it is, killed an Ancient Core Hound. What's the loot? No loot, requires skinning 310. Let's switch into our skinning knife. Skin the Core Hound. And, oh, failed attempt, gotta try again. Failed attempt again. Don't worry. I don't normally have performance issues like this. This is very unusual. Okay? We got 1 core leather. So that's a low roll, but it's whatever. Here's another Core Hound. Let's wait for him to patrol a little bit away from those dogs. Then we can knife him. And, yep, okay, we're good. Let's go to the next one. See what ability he has. He has Ancient Hysteria, Spirit, and Intellect. So this is another ability that we don't care too much about. Doesn't bother us much. The other ability he could do is a debuff that reduces my attack speed, like cuts it in half. So that one's pretty, like, lowers our DPS a lot, but it doesn't necessarily kill us. The 2 really nasty ones are the Stun and the Disorient that they can roll. So we'll see when we get a Core Hound that goes like that, how well it goes for us. I did come packing with a lot of restorative potions to get rid of any, you know, unwanted diseases or curses or magic debuffs that they put on me. So we'll wait till after this one's dead, then we'll hit a restorative potion to clear off those debuffs. But this is going pretty well, pretty much according to plan. Now, if you only have skinning, you can just sell the core leather for whatever it's going for on your server. But if you have leatherworking, you can make it into some of the things that make it so valuable. The core armor kit is the recipe that I have. And these take 3 core leather, 2 rune thread. And last I checked, they were going for about 95 gold. So that gives me a much better rate. Like, I'll make more money turning them into core armor kits and selling them that way. But, like, the ultimate gold, the ultimate thing you really want... Why can't I loot this guy? Oh, never mind. Okay, it was just bugged out. Wait. At a different angle, my cursor didn't turn into a loot window. What's going on? Whatever, he's skinnable now. The ultimate goal is turning him into glowing chitin armor kits. That's a recipe from Temple of Courage. We got 1 core leather. Unlucky. But I don't have that recipe yet. Let's see. We can wait for this guy to come back. And then we should be able to get him at the apex of his patrol here. The talents I'm using are just kind of a basic combat tanking spec. We got 5 dodge, 5 parry. We got Sinister Strike. Working with main Gauche rune on the chest. Or sorry, on the gloves. Deadly Brew on the chest, though. A lot of people will just like default to just a flesh wound because they think they're in a tanking setup and they think that's useful for them. You never want to use this rune while soloing. It nerfs your damage output and it cuts your dodge chance in half. It hurts you more than it helps you when you're soloing. So you never want this on when you're soloing. It's always Deadly Brew on the chest plus a bunch of tank armor. Let's reapply... Oh, wait. We don't need to reapply Sebaceous. We need to switch back to the Veiled Shadow Stagger. Okay. I managed to thread the needle between the Molten Giants there. Totally forgot about using a restorative potion. Yeah, he's doing Ancient Dread now. Let me just chug a restorative potion. It'll gradually eat away at these debuffs. So my attack speed is cut significantly now. But this is going, you know, pretty much according to plan, and I definitely didn't accidentally pull 2 dogs before starting on my first try and die. That definitely did not happen. But I would, you know, unrelated to that, I would definitely recommend taking your time to carefully only pull 1 dog at a time. Okay? So most of the healing that we get is coming from the 4-piece Death Dealer bonus, making us heal for 15% of the damage done by Sinister Strike, which synergizes really well with our Main Gauche rune, because Main Gauche makes Sinister Strike cost only 20 energy, cuts the cost in half, and increases its damage by 50%. So it's super good. Really works well. We can get a good amount of healing off of that. We also have Carnage on the wrist, so that we heal off of putting bleeds on the target as well, to just keep us extra healthy. You see, we end the fight with full health. No loot. Switch the weapon to the skinning knife. You will need either Zulian Slicer from Zul'Gurub or Pip Skinner from Upper Blackrock Spire to be able to get to 310 skinning skill. These spawn at level 61 and 62. There we go. Okay, that one gave us 3x core leather. So we've killed 3 mobs so far. We've gotten 5 core leather. Total market value of 125 gold. So we've already paid for the set of world buffs that we spent. And we have 50 minutes left on them. Now, let's go deeper into the instance and see what else we can find. I've been stealthing in here to solo Gar also sometimes, and that can be pretty tricky getting around the core hounds when I'm doing that. Today we're here for a different purpose. We're here for actually just straight up killing the core hounds, and here comes one of them. We're gonna let it come a little bit more forward because there's that Surger that patrols around there. And I'm sure if I was as I get more experienced with doing this farm, I'll figure out like a more optimized route so there's less waiting on patrols and stuff like that. One thing that's good to know about the core hounds is they reset their ability every time you pull them. So it's not like you find one that has stun and then, like, you know, it just stuns you all the time. If you can break combat with it, if you die and you pull it again, it'll have a different ability, or it could have a different ability. So you can't vanish away from these guys because they have stealth detection, but you absolutely can use Fetish of the Sand Reaver if you have that trinket. That will allow you to drop combat with a core hound that you don't want to fight. So I'd spent a couple of days trying to get the Zulian Slicer or the Pip Skinner out of Zul'Gurub. I had this plan, I had this idea to go in here and solo these core hounds for their leather. And I just couldn't get my hands on a Pip Skinner. Did a bunch of Ubers runs, never got it. Did Zul'Gurub every lockout. Eventually I got the Zulian Slicer. So now that we have it, you know, I dropped mining, leveled up skinning real quick. That took about 3 hours to go 1 to 300 skinning. When are any of these going to drop some actual loot? None of them have dropped a single item off their body. Skinning, come on, 3. 3 leather. Let's go. That's 75 gold on one mob. Alright, back to the Dagger of Veiled Shadows for fighting with. What add-on makes your numbers so big? No add-on. You just use an in-game chat command. It's I put it in the chat for you. Okay, there's a core hound. Let's mark him. There should be another one that comes up through... No, the one that comes up through this way is a really long patrol that we actually, like, just killed. Now, can I fight this guy? I think maybe I can fight him in the middle of this room, like right here, without having to pull anything else. He's turned around. He's going to come back. I think I'm okay to be unstealthed here. Really, I'm imagining a key to being efficient with this is not kill very many other mobs. So if I can avoid killing them, I will. I want to pull him when he's like right here, I think. Yeah, there we go. Perfect spot to fight this guy. Excellent. Slice and dice up. What do we got for ability on this one? Okay, he's not... None of them are rolling stun or disorient. I really want to see how well I would do against a dog that rolls stun or disorient. But we're not getting that opportunity, I guess. We'll keep going. I think by the time I get to the end of the instance, it'll be better for me to just log out for 5 minutes to get teleported back to the start. When we're in here, we're not killing any bosses. So when we get to the end and we've killed all the core hounds, we will be able to just zone out, reset, and go back in. And just do it again, over and over as many times as we want, because we're not getting saved to the instance. It's energy regen faster inside. It's still 20 energy every 2 seconds, but Season Discovery characters have a lot of additional abilities that can generate energy. So it feels a lot faster, and my Sinister Strike in Season of Discovery only costs 20 energy instead of 40. So, like, that's half the cost. There we go. Can we get a drop off of... No, we cannot get a drop off the dogs. I just want them to drop something, man. Just something. Any loot. Any piece of crap loot. There we go. 3x core leather. Yeah, okay. We started out with back-to-back 1x. But then we got 3 in a row that were 3x. Super good. So this is, that's now 25 gold each times 11. That's what, 275 gold worth of leather right there? Pretty good. Why no restorative? These debuffs aren't that big of a deal. I'll press a restorative potion later. Now, what about fighting these dogs? These are the dogs we've messed with a lot when we were trying to fight... Oh, shit. Okay, well. We're not dead. We're not dead. It's okay. It's okay. There should be a tunnel dog and a tunnel lava surger. Yeah, there's the tunnel dog. Let's restorative potion right now and just fight the tunnel dog. Please be a stun dog. Please be a stun dog. Yes, it's a stun. Oh my gosh, they hit me really hard. Okay, that was actually... I didn't like that very much. Okay, well, if he stuns me again, I'm probably gonna die. Should I vanish? Try to, like, reset here. Well, we're getting our health back up. I feel like that was extremely risky. All right, we're back. We're back in the clear. Back in the clear. Our health is basically full. We now have full stacks of rolling with the punches. I think we're safe. Yeah, okay, we got stunned again. Look, we took way less damage this time because we already had the stacks of rolling with the punches active. Okay, that makes me feel much better. If my potion wasn't on cooldown because I just hit a restorative in the middle of the, you know, between the dogs, I could be using Greater Stone Shield, which would, again, greatly reduce the damage I'm taking even compared to now. There we go. He's dead, and we got the Surger in. We fought one Surger before, just to clear out space to fight some of the dogs in the first room. These guys, not a big deal, but also, we found out that even if everyone in the raid group is perfectly stacked on the Surger, it will still surge and knock people back. I feel like this is something that, like, every raid group in Molten Core is like, everyone stack on the Surger. And then, like, you know, they believe that that makes it so it doesn't surge. Surge does not have a minimum range, we found out here. You can see I'm stacked on him and he is still surging. So I suppose a different potion you could bring Living Action Potion, because that can break you out of a pre-existing stun. I think that would be the best thing I could have in my inventory. And I'm gonna try to, like, be pre-rolling stone shields when I go into one of these guys in the future. Let's go Zulian Slicer, skin him up. Surger's gonna surge, yep. Failed attempt twice in a row. It happens sometimes, don't worry about it. 2 core leather off of him. Okay, let's look at the mobs in this room and see what I think about, like, where is a spot I could pull one of these and fight it without having to clear out the entire room. What I do want to do is reapply Sebaceous Poison on the offhand there. I think if I stand right about here, probably not in range of anything, and I wait till, like, this dog comes back to right about here, I could fight it. Let's get this rolling. Stone Shield. Oh, that was a... Wow, why did it not pull the Fire Lord there? That was surprising to me. Oh, wait, I pulled a Fire Lord from behind me? I backed up just... Maybe it wandered into me. Okay, we are likely going to die here. Because we probably can't kill these lava spawns fast enough. Yeah, we're dead. We're super dead. So the Fire Lords do a lot of magical damage. As a rogue tank, you're really good at avoiding... Oh my god, is this not going to despawn? Oh my god, I'm worried now. Yeah. As a rogue tank, you're highly resistant to, like, physical damage. You can just dodge incoming physical damage, parry it, whatever. The mobs that give you trouble when you're soloing are ones that do magical damage. And this Fire Lord, yeah, he, like, wanders back and forth. I should have probably moved... you know, I guess a little bit farther forward would have likely kept me safe from that Fire Lord. Just reset. We could reset, but I kind of want to explore deeper into the dungeon and just, like, because this is my first run, I want to see, you know, how I can pull each of the dogs. I don't really want to repeat the pulls I already did. You know, once I'm just in, like, farming mode where I'm only really here for gold, yeah, sure, I would probably reset at this point if I think the later parts of the instance are worse. You know, as long as you're taking, like, 15 minutes per run, that's, like, as long as you need to take in a dungeon. Because you'll never, if you're taking 15 minutes per run, you'll never run into an instance cap that prevents you from resetting and going again. So this will take us a little bit to heal up and rebuff. I think when you got stunned from the last dog, the 35% health debuff fell off at the same time as the stun/hit, which made it look like a lot more damage. Yeah, that could be true. All right, we got Honey Badger, Fire Water, Elixir of Giants, Flask of the Old Gods still active, full round of world buffs. Go Grilled Squid. Missing anything else? I don't think so. Oh, Iron Sides. Yeah, Iron Sides. We need that too. We'll wait for the food. Never mind. The grilled squid food is bad. It's half as good, less than half as good as the level 45 food. How much costs a full round of world buffs? Around 100 gold. But this pile of core leather, 13 core leather at 25 gold each, that's 200 and 325. So we're making our money back easily. But, you know, this is my first time in here, first time trying to solo pull all these dogs, so we're going to make mistakes. This is a bit of a learning curve right now. I wonder how long it takes that lava spawn to despawn. Cannot be aggroing Fire Lords. That was bad. We, like, almost had it, right? Like, we aggroed the dog, we didn't aggro the Fire Lord in front of us, and then I, like, backpedaled just a little bit. I don't know if it was due to my backpedal or the, like, Fire Lord just... Oh, what the hell? Vanish. We're okay, everything's fine. I'm gonna equip my Filcher's Cowl. Gives me 3 extra levels of stealth. So it'll make it less likely for these guys to detect me while we're going in here. Just have to remember to switch it back before we fight something. Alright, so we'll go through here. I think I can get this dog in the middle. I just have to be positioned better. More precisely. Okay. Back to Veiled Shadow's Cloak. So there's my corpse. Do I really want to fight those again? Gonna be coming from... Okay, here, let me back up. It's coming from that side. Let's have him come from this side. Because he aggroed, like, right... Last time he aggroed when he was, like, right there. And I felt like he almost proximity aggroed that Fire Lord. If I try to aggro him when he's coming from that side, it should be safer. And I think I will... Oh, no. Once I kill this dog, I know the spot I need to stand for this dog, because it's the spot I would use for soloing Gar. Alright, let's just go maximum distance from the Fire Lords. Fuck me. Why did that aggro from so far away? Hey, we're dead again. We're dead again. We know we can't beat the Fire Lords. Let's give up on those dogs. Let's go deeper into the instance. Just give up fighting those ones. We'll go deeper into the instance. I really didn't think I was close enough to that Fire Lord for it to aggro. Seemed like a big aggro range. Alright, so we're gonna make it to the hallway between Geddon and Gar, and then we're gonna hit our buffs again. No, but it's like, it's not even about stealth level when I aggroed the Fire Lord there. I was unstealthed. I was intentionally unstealthed. Oh my god, we're in the... Oh, no, 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 no. Not like this. Not like this. And we're dead again. I made it out of the lava, but I was not in stealth out of the lava. Alright, try again. We're learning. I didn't actually jump off the ledge. So I think that's why I missed the lava. Don't worry, guys. We're learning. We're learning here. There's a new thing we're trying. Soloing the core hounds in Molten Core. It's gonna be rough around the edges. Once we figure out all the ways we can fail, we know how to avoid them, and then it gets smoother from there on out. I don't know why I have to interact with this guy twice each time, though. That part's weird. I don't know about that. I'm sure it's way more fun for you guys who are not burning through sets of world buffs. Like, you guys watching me die multiple times, not losing your world buff sets. I'm sure that's more enjoyable for you guys than it is for me. Alright, we did the jump properly. Never mind the skeleton down there. It's not important. Alright, should we try the dogs in front of Gar one more time? What do you guys think? Would dogs in front of Gar one more time before we completely give up on them? I feel like we got it, because, like, it's for science. Like, we need to figure out where we pull that to for it to be safe. We have to. We can't be defeated by a single core hound that sucks, okay? Like, we're killing every core hound in here and figuring out where to pull it, and we're gonna do it. And if I run out of world buff sets, I'm gonna change my mind on how important that is. I think the way to experiment with this is to first just find a spot that I can unstealth. Like, before I go rack up all the buffs, let me, like, look carefully at the ground and find a spot where I can unstealth without aggroing anything. Like, these are the 3 mobs that we're way too close to that are potentially going to aggro us. So we gotta be split. Like, if I'm just right here. Like, that dog, is he gonna... Yeah, he's gonna aggro me. Okay, let me look at the ground. Take a screenshot real quick. We're intentionally dying here. It's okay. That's the spot to fight this dog. I mean, I suppose I could fight him. I mean, what's his ability? Are we gonna be able to... I mean, we could actually send the buffs now. Honestly. Hold. Buffs. What's his ability? Is he gonna stun me? Right. I'm not gonna send the buffs until he actually uses an ability. If he stuns me and I just instantly die right after pressing world buffs, I would maul so hard. Where is his ability? He hasn't used it yet. I also don't have the correct cloak on right now. It's still the sneaking cloak. But I guess this is also good evidence that you can kill these guys without world buffs. So there's that. Ah, there it is. Withering Heat. Yeah, okay. Man, we're actually just killing it without world buff. Check that out. What do you think about that? We would probably die if it was a stun dog and we, you know, didn't have 8,000 health or whatever. Oh, shit. Alright, I'm popping the buffs now. What I am not doing is moving a fucking inch. Rebuild that health pool. Spam Sinister Strike. Okay, we got him. Oh, okay, we got him. We got him. We got him. We're good. Let's Restorative Potion. Get rid of that crap. Do this. Skin the dog. 2 core leathers. Totally worth it. Veiled Shadows Dagger. What else are we missing? We're probably missing some of the consumables. I kind of did those pretty spastically and quickly mid-combat. Okay, now, I took some notes from before about where I have to stand to fight this dog. Okay? My notes are tucked away on my Discord. Let me pull it up. Let me also post a picture of where I'm supposed to fight that one. Okay, here's the picture from Discord. As you can see, don't stand here, but do stand right here. So we're going to look at the pattern of the rocks on the wall, and we're going to go right here and stand right there. And that's going to be it. That's it. We just go right there. Sneak behind these guys. Look at the pattern of the rocks on the wall. Is it here or here? Checking the notes. Flip the cloak. It's here. Okay. Alright, we're not going to aggro Gar, and we're not going to aggro the Molten Giants on the side. We got another favorable ability on the Core Hound, so no trouble there. Cauterizing Flames, fire resistance reduced. It's okay, I didn't even have any fire resistance to begin with. So these guys have like a really low chance to hit me. My character is not avoidance capped fully. So they will occasionally just chunk me for a lot of damage. I like avoid, dodge, parry, miss almost all of their attacks. But they can hit me every once in a while. They will also like definitely hit me when they stun me or disorient me. Okay, I feel good. We were about to give up on fighting the dogs in front of Gar, but, like, we got it. So, GG, feels good that we didn't skip them. There we go. Switch to the skinning knife. Skin it, still without moving. Why only weapon enchant? What? I have Sebaceous Poison on the offhand. I could put like a... Elemental Sharpening Stone on the main hand, but it's just like, I don't know, whatever. It's not that important. That was only a single core leather, so we're up to 16. Which is 400 gold. I think this is super good. I mean, it's like obvious that like it's going to be way smoother and faster on the second run. We found the, like, precise spots to stand for some of these dogs. We're, like, learning the ropes, learning what's going to screw us up. And it's like, man, imagine if we went through here without dying. Okay, Baron Geddon has a really big patrol range. I have not thought about this part. These have a really big aggro range. Is there anywhere feasible that we could fight those? Like, can we go back there and not aggro Shazra? Or are these dogs just off the table? These might be off the table. Shazra's pull range really small, so you're thinking maybe if I went back there, I might be safe? Okay, let me actually, I need to be right back. Quick bathroom break. And we should be safe where I'm idling right here. What I'm thinking is that probably the answer is, like, if you were farming this, you would leave at this point and reset the instance. This just looks incredibly spooky. To try to get past these Core Hounds and Baron Geddon patrolling around too. Like, this just doesn't really seem feasible. Like, this is a very long, narrow passage. He only goes that far and he patrols up and down. Like, you're never gonna... I don't think there's any point you can sneak past this dog unless you use, like, Fetish of the Sand Reaver to, like, aggro a bunch of stuff and then reset. And let's see, there's these two dogs, and then there's one dog in front of Golemag, one dog in front of Domo, and one dog in front of Sulfuron. So there's 5 dogs left in the instance. And maybe they're in places, like, you could probably pull some of those safely. I'm thinking in the future, the ones up there. But I don't think you can get past this narrow section safely. I don't think there's any shot you do that. I think maybe you could do it with Fetish of the Sand Reaver, but I also think, like, like, this isn't far enough for me to sneak past on the left. He will see me, he will aggro me. Could I? Oh, wait. Can you lava jump through here? To get around? Can you walk back up onto the rocks near Sulfuron Harbinger? Because, like, I could go through here, jump into the lava, and then if I could lava jump all the way around there and around there, I could maybe get back up onto the platform, the rock platform near Shazra. Let me take a look. I have plenty of Molten Core VODs. We can just skip to Molten Core Simonize. We can skip to a part where we're near Sulfuron, and we can look at the cliff. Pumping Molten Core in Classic Era. There's a Naxbisk, almost Naxbisk character on the Era servers. Alright, let's just look at the terrain is what we're interested in. Yeah, this area. I'm trying to look to the right. I don't... No. That cliff looks like it's way higher up than the lava. I don't think there's any way to get back up. Like, if you're in the lava down here, I don't think you can jump back up onto the rocks here. Like, it's just a sharp cliff face. It doesn't, like, go down like a beach or anything, like you meeting the lava or whatever, lava beach. I think you're just boned if you're in the lava, so that plan's not going to work. Maybe on the rock. Yeah, you could like stand on the rock, but that, who cares? You need to actually get up onto this rock platform. I'm gonna say this is not doable without Fetish of the Sand Reaver. It seems like pretty obvious to me. I'm not gonna go in and die intentionally. We're just gonna go back out, reset, and try again at the mobs in the front that we know we can kill. We're inside. Okay, okay, okay. No more random people trying to kill us. Let's crack a couple consumables so we're ready to fight. Where's the iron side? Here we go. Food buff, and we have to refresh the flask. It's only got 2 minutes left on it. Get the food buff. Our health is full. We still have a little bit of power word fortitude there. So let's try to just move really quickly and see how the dogs are positioned if we move in pretty quickly like this. Please. Jump. Good, we stick to the side. Dog is up there. Mark him. Dog's over there. Where's the Surger? And is the dog in the tunnel there? I don't see him. I see the Surger, though. All right, let's move for the Surger. We go quick, we probably get to fight it. All right, it's right there. That dog's gonna U-turn really quickly. There we go. Unstealth. Oh, we still have the Dark Heart of Darkness equipped. We don't want that. Oh, dog is moving now. We didn't go in quick enough. Hopefully this is not a complete disaster.
Dog damage.
Let's queue up the swap, so if I get a combat drop, I'll be totally fine. I don't have to think too hard about it. Also, face this way. I'm getting kind of knocked around a little bit. I don't want to get knocked into anything else. We might have to fight this dog at the same time as this Surger. Yeah, that's happening. That's a thing that's happening. That's okay. We'll focus the Surger, because I don't like the fact that it knocks me around. Ethan's coming in with a Prime Gaming. Thank you very much, Ethans. I really appreciate that. Hope you're having a wonderful day. We got a good ability on the dog. This one we just does nothing to us. So that's good. Perfect. Okay, we're in business here. We are in business. Surger down and the most, like, obnoxiously positioned dog patrol down. Here comes that dog patrol. We're gonna move this back a little bit. I'm not sure how far this one's gonna come up, but we've got a lot of room here. So we can be way farther back. And just watch that other guy. I would like to get him now, because I think he's a pretty long patrol. Oh, jeez, he's coming this way. Oh, there's another one over there. Yeah, my. There's too many of them. Yeah, pull back, pull back, pull back. Not quite downing this enemy quickly enough. Pull back a little bit more and then just fight that guy next. Yeah, we should be okay now. Yep, second dog aggroed. Not an issue. Let's find out what his ability is. It is Ancient Dread. Not a great one, but not nearly as bad as Stun or Disorient. before this guy gets totally away, mark him with a moon. I like having all the dogs with raid target markers. It makes it way easier to see them. Because you can see raid target markers through a wall. You see the little moon icon is still there. That's helpful. It's helpful to have those all marked up like that. Yeah, so this one cuts my attack speed in half. It doesn't really kill me, but it just makes me kill the dog way slower. Bro, I'm happy with this run. I was pretty stressed out at the last run because it went wrong in so many different ways. Full avoidance? Yeah, this is a really high avoidance tanking set. Like, I would be using vigilance charms here if I had them, but I don't. Alright, loot, loot, switch to the skinning knife. Skin. This is the purpose. This is what we're here for. 1 core leather. That's unlucky. It rolls 1 to 3. 1 core leather. Also unlucky. Back to the Veiled Shadows knife. So I have 3 pieces of tier 3 tanking set. Or sorry, 4 pieces of tier 3 tanking set and 4 pieces of tier 2.5 tanking set. The 2.5 stuff is absolutely required. That's where pretty much all of my healing comes from. You can't really do this without that. Okay, let's go Restorative Potion. Clear off these debuffs. This guy's patrol is not very far. We should be able to aggro him when he's at, like, the apex of his patrol right here without aggroing those giants on either side. Now, our potion's on cooldown, so if he stuns us, we do not have access to living action potion, which is our normal way to break out of a stun. Go. Didn't chain the giants. Could be nice and clean here. Slice and dice up, Sebaceous Poison up, Ancient Dread again. Nice. I mean, not the best. But we're happy whenever it is not stun and not disorient. Those ones are scary to fight. We can kill them. We've killed them before. But, you know, they're scarier. These certainly make it look easy. Like, if I knew the dog wasn't going to be stun or disorient, I bet I could do it with way worse gear. I could do it even without a lot of these buffs. But whenever it's stun or disorient, you need, like, a fat amount of armor and health to just survive through the you know, stun or disorient, the disable that the dog does on you. So, like, those are the ones where you really need the extra stats from all of these buffs. What's core leather going for? 25 gold a piece on my server right now. And I won't even sell the leather directly. I will craft it up into core armor kits, which go for about 95 gold a piece. And they take 3 core leather, so that's like 20 extra gold per 3 core leathers. So I'm selling, you know, effectively I'm selling them for about 32 gold each. Alright, switch to the skinning knife. Skin. Two leather off of that one. Very nice. Okay. Now all the hounds in the first room are cleared. We go deeper. There's a couple different marks of core hounds. Let's see, there's 2 that cross over Gehenna's area. And we can fight one of them, like, right in front of Gehenna's. I think it's the one I just saw its tail right over there. Moon is on its way out. This one is on its way in. We should be able to fight it. Just have to get a good position that is safe. Alright. Nothing is in range of me. There we go. Stand right here. Don't move. No moving. Don't want to aggro anything else around me. And we got Cauterizing Flames, fire resistance reduced. I didn't do a restorative potion. Let's do that right now. Should clear that attack speed debuff off of me. I don't really care if he reapplies Cauterizing. Just get this to remove, hopefully, the Ancient Dread. So after this one, there's 4 dogs remaining in the instance that we want to kill. And 1 Surger that we'll end up killing. How much total gold are you aiming for going into Phase 8? I don't know. As much as I can get, really. I've got like 4,000 or 5,000 gold right now, plus a lot of assets, but like, I have 3 characters I'm raiding on and crafting items for, so like, I need a lot. I would like to have a lot. Okay, this dog is on its way back. Trying to think what the... Like, I don't know exactly how that dog moves through this area. So if I go in there right now, I run the risk of this guy just running into me, basically. So this is a very long patrol on this one. It goes all the way up into the other room, and it goes all the way, like, slightly past Gar's room. So there's a lot of spots you could fight this one. Maybe we'll be able to pull it in the same spot we just fought. If it's looking like he's like, I don't know, if he comes through here really close to Gehenna's, and I don't think that's a good spot, we can go back up into this hallway. I know this is a safe spot to fight it. So I'm going to be backed up pretty far here. Yeah, this looks like I should just back off more. Okay, now I changed my mind. He was really close to Gehenna's before, and then he kind of angled away from Gehenna's. So, in hindsight, maybe I would have been able to pull him there, but now we're just going to wait till he comes past here, and we fight him right here, and I know it's a good spot. Gold cap per character is 214,000, yep. Simon, is your character already rezzed? No. Last I checked, my hardcore character was still dead. I should be able to pull him. Good, nothing else aggroed. Let's see what his ability is. It's Disorient. This is going to be scary. It's going to be scary, scary, scary. Evasion up. Stone Shield Potion is used to give myself more armor. I'm going to put up as many bleeds and stuff, because he's going to do this again. I need to max out my health as quickly as possible. Sinister Strike and Bleeds are the main way I do that. Sinister Strike, Sinister Strike, Sinister Strike. The high armor value from the Stone Shield and the Black Belt shoulder enhancement that I have are giving me a lot of armor. That'll help me survive the Disorient. This is what I was talking about, where like most of the dogs are very easy, but when they're one of these scary abilities, you gotta be very strong to fight them. Having these bleeds ticking also, the bleeds heal me, so like they can heal me during a disorient if he does one of those again. Although, seems like we're getting lucky and he only did one of them. He might do another. Who knows? Alright, not bad. Shin Blade of the Tiger. Nice. Alright, leather. Leather, please. Please be a 3. Please be a 3. Failed attempt. Awkward. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2. I'll take a 2. At least it's not a 1. Alright, now we go forward. Wait for that Surger to pass one more time. And we can sprint through. I'm going to equip Filcher's Cowl. Gives me extra stealth levels so I can sneak around some of these mobs, especially these destroyers that spawn in at level 63. They can be a little problematic to try to get around. Now, in our last run, we did some very careful positioning and careful research to figure out exactly where we want to position to fight the dogs in front of Gar. But that's actually not the first thing we're going to do. We're going to go to the Tunnel Dog. Where is he? Oh, he's right there. Back to Veiled Shadows. Come in here. We might have to fight a Surger at the same time. Alright, we got a good ability on this one. Ancient Hysteria. Surger can come through this hallway also. If we kill the Core Hound and the Surger just isn't here, we won't kill the Surger. We determined that this is basically the deepest into the instance Core Hound that's viable to kill. The room with Baron Geddon and Shazra has 2 Core Hounds in it, and it looks like it's just like nearly impossible to get through that room. Like maybe you could do it with Fetish of the Sand Reaver, but it just didn't seem worth it. So it's like we're gonna kill this Core Hound, then we're gonna kill the 2 in front of Gar, and then we're gonna reset and call it good. Wait. Let's just wait for the patrol. I could maybe have rushed in to fight this one. Failed attempt. Failed attempt. 2 core leather. Nice. Okay. Let's stealth. I have some notes about exactly where I should pull this one, so I'm going to refer to them. Oh, that, it's hard to see. Wow. I'm looking at the pattern on the ground. And I need to position exactly right here. Exactly there, because there's a lot of stuff to either side that can screw me over. So we're looking for the pattern on the floor. Jesus Christ, this doesn't look like any of that. Okay, well, this is good. Not aggroing the Fire Lord. Not aggroing anything else. I'll move forward just a little bit. Oh, maybe if I move forward... No! Lava Annihilator. Yep, okay. I wasn't quite in the spot. I think I might still be okay. I'm gonna just completely stop moving. He's a good ability. I can probably handle this. Lava Annihilator doesn't even surge and knock me around like the Surgers do. And the dog ability is good. So I guess I was supposed to be a little farther to the right to avoid aggroing the Lava Annihilator. What does PUG stand for? Yeah, that stands for Pickup Group. That's like, you know, you're just joining strangers that you don't know, haven't played with before. That's like as opposed to a guild group or some kind of more organized group for some like raid or dungeon content in World of Warcraft. Can you vanish the core hounds? No, they will continue to attack you. They see through your stealth. They do not care about your vanish. Alright, so there's a lot of things that could go wrong during this run. Accidentally pulling a Lava Annihilator and not even dying is, pretty good, I would say. That's, you know, of all the things that could go wrong, this isn't that bad. Let's hit a restorative so I get rid of this Withering Heat debuff. There we go. Skinning knife. Failed attempt. 1 core leather. That's unlucky, man. We got 16 core leather in our first run, and we are currently at 11 in this run. Although the great part is like everything in this run is pretty much going according to plan. It's a very clean run. So, for this one, there's a very particular spot we stand against the wall, where we're not going to aggro the core hounds, and we're not going to aggro anything else. We want to stand here. Double checking my notes. Nope. Never mind, it's here we want to stand. Okay, and he's in. Almost had it. Just looking at the patterns on the wall. Alright, what are we going to get for an ability on this one? Oh, I'm in the wrong cloak. That is probably not an issue. We'll see what the ability is. I'm a little afraid that it's stun, and maybe he cast it already and I resisted it. Because normally I'd just, like, have a debuff by now. So I'm going to hold up my potion cooldown because I don't know what this ability is going to be yet. I don't know if I'm going to want to use a living action potion to get rid of a stun, or a greater stone shield potion to live through a potential disorient. Maybe, honestly, yeah, let's just send the stone shield. That's, like, good against almost all of them. Stun. It is stun. Look at this. 1,000 damage hit, 1,000 damage hit, and we're back. Stunned again. Ooh, big hit, fire breath. Nice. Killed it. Skinning knife. Skinning. Can we get a 3? Finally, please. Failed attempt. Please be a 3. Please, 3. Please, 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 please. It's a 2. All right. So in 2 full runs of basically that, killing that many dogs, we got 29 leather. How many dogs was that? I don't even remember. Let me try to think through them in my head. First room has the, like, main bridge patrol, then the Luciferon bridge patrol, then there are 2 other patrols in that room. We didn't kill all 4 of those, and we only killed 3 in that room in this run. Then there's the Gehennis patrol, then there's the tunnel dog, then there's the 2 guard dogs. So I think it's 8 dogs per run, if I'm remembering it all correctly. Yeah, so if you do 8 dogs, and let's say you get an average of 2 leather each, maybe we low rolled, because it's 1 to 3, I think it's fair to assume that that's 2 leather each. We just spent 25 minutes in here, killed 8 dogs, got, you know, it would be an average of 16 leather. I'd say if we can log out to reset it, like we could just wait 5 minutes, and then, you know, log back in. So let's say a clean 30 minutes. So twice per hour, getting 32 leather total, assuming no mistakes. 32 leather by 30 gold each. 25 gold just to the market rate, but we can craft them up into core armor kits and get about 30 per. So yeah, that's 960 gold per hour. If we have to spend our own world buffs, let's say 1 rack of world buffs per hour, we're still making 860. That's not nearly as good as I thought that was going to be, but it's still very good. 1,000 gold per hour, that's pretty good. I thought it was actually just going to be bonkers, like 1,500 or 2,000. But we can't quite move that fast.